So you want to make your laser or ILCA dinghy sail faster and feel a whole lot more responsive? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down some really simple but super high-impact hardware tweaks that can totally transform your time on the water. These are the kinds of pro tips that make a huge difference.
You know, that quote really just nails it. The absolute genius of the laser is its simplicity, but that doesn't mean we can't make it even better. The upgrades we're going to cover, they aren't these huge complex overhauls. Nope. They're just smart adjustments to help you focus on what really matters, sailing fast. And really, that's the goal, isn't it? To make the boat feel like it's a part of you, to cut down on the friction and stop fighting the controls so you can pour all that energy into just pure performance. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to start our little walk around at the back of the boat. Your tiller and rudder, that's your direct connection to the water, right? It's your whole feel for the boat. So getting this set up absolutely perfect is crucial for responsive steering. So, what makes a tiller a great tiller? Well, as you can see, it's kind of this balancing act. You need it low profile so it doesn't snag the Mainsheet traveler, but you still need enough clearance over the cleat. But you know what's most important? It has to be stiff. Any bit of flex you feel, that's steering energy just getting lost instead of actually turning the boat. The author's choice, the Laser XD tiller, pretty much nails all of these points. Okay, now for a brilliant fix to a super common annoyance. That wobbly tiller that just sinks down while you're trying to hike. There's a really simple but incredibly secure knotting technique that creates a rock-solid connection between your tiller and rudder. And here's how you do it. Now, it looks simple, but by passing that line back through the slip knots loop, you're basically creating a mini 2-to-1 purchase system. This little trick literally multiplies your pulling force, letting you get it incredibly tight. It just completely eliminates any of that annoying play between the rudder and tiller. Finding the right tiller extension length. That's all about your personal sweet spot. I mean, think about it. If it's too short, you're going to compromise your hiking posture. But if it's too long, it just gets clumsy and slow in tacks and jibes. A great rule of thumb is to find a length that reaches just a little bit forward of the traveler when you're fully hiked out.
All right, let's move forward into the cockpit, what I like to call the engine room of the boat. This is where you control all the power, and getting your control line systems dialed in is absolutely fundamental to performance. First up is the kicker, or as some call it, the Vang. The standard powerful XD system is a 12-to-1 purchase, just like you see here. Now, this might sound a little counterintuitive, but the source author actually takes one purchase out, stepping it down to 10-to-1. So why would they do that? Well, it's a simple trade-off. You get less rope to pull through the system, and that means faster adjustments and less clutter in the cockpit.
Next up, the Downhaul, or the Cunningham. An 8-to-1 system is a really popular and highly recommended upgrade. It gives you all the mechanical advantage you need to easily crank on tension and depower the sail, even when it's fully loaded up in a big breeze.
And for the Outhaul, a 6-to-1 system is pretty much standard. This gives you more than enough power to pull the foot of the sail tight and flat when you need to depower sailing upwind.
Now look, having all these nice purchase systems doesn't mean a thing if you're using the wrong lines. Choosing the right rope for the right job is so critical for cutting down on friction, making sure your controls run smooth, and, preventing things from breaking under high load. Let's look at two key examples. The demands on your lines are totally different. Your downhaul takes these massive loads, so you need a tough, hard-wearing 4mm rope that's not going to stretch or break. But the outhaul, it's under way less strain. For that one, the priority is all about minimizing friction, so a thin, slippery 3mm Dyneema line is the perfect choice to make sure it just runs freely through the boom. Okay, now for the really fun stuff. Let's get into some of those clever rigging hacks that really separate a good setup from a great one. These are the little details that solve some of the most common frustrations out on the water. It's a classic, isn't it? That infuriating moment we've all had. You come off the start line, you nail a perfect tack, and then the foot of your sail gets snagged on the outhaul system. It can just kill your speed and cost you everything. Thankfully, there is a simple fix. And this is the super elegant solution. By simply tying a small block to the side of the boom, you reroute the entire outhaul system, pulling it completely clear of the sail's path. A little bit of elastic keeps everything tidy and under tension. It's such a tiny change for a massive improvement in reliability.
Hey, here's another quick but brilliant upgrade for you, the newer style Traveler Clamcleat. It's got this built-in guide, a becket, right underneath. This lets you route the Toestrap elastic cleanly out of the way so it can never snag or get in the way of the Traveler rope. It's simple, clean, and it just works.
Okay, we've covered a lot of great tweaks, but let's talk about the upgrades that are considered absolute must-haves. The source material highlights two that every single serious laser sailor should have. Let's start with the first one. First up, an adjustable toe strap. I'm telling you, the difference between a standard strap and a purchase system is literally night and day. A fixed strap is always a compromise, but an adjustable one lets you dial in the perfect tension on the fly. You can have it bar tight for maximum hiking leverage upwind, and then ease it off for comfort and mobility downwind. It is an unbeatable upgrade. The second must-have upgrade is really about safety just as much as it is about performance. See, when the newer, stiffer MK2 sails were introduced, the loads on the entire kicker system just increased dramatically. And this led to a critical point of failure. Sailors started snapping these little metal kicker keys, especially in strong winds. The solution was thankfully a pretty simple collaboration between Laser and Harken. They designed and produced a thicker, stronger kicker key that can handle these increased loads without failing. If you sail with an MK2 sail, especially on an older boat, this is a part you absolutely have to check and upgrade. So, as we start to wrap up, it's pretty clear that none of these upgrades are massive on their own. But when you combine them, they all add up to a total transformation. They take the boat from just a standard setup to one that feels refined, efficient, and honestly supercharged for performance. So here it is, your final upgrade checklist. Perfect that tiller and extension setup, dial in your kicker, downhaul, and outhaul ratios, and make sure you're using the right ropes for the job. Do that little snag-free outhaul hack. And finally, install this two must-have upgrades, the adjustable toe strap and that stronger kicker key.
And that brings us to the final question for you. Each one of these tweaks offers a real, tangible benefit to your sailing. So the next time you look at your boat, just ask yourself, which one of these upgrades are you going to make first to unlock that next level of speed and fun?